Hi everyone! In this video I'm going to show you some of the items from L'Oreal's Project Runway collection for fall 2012. This time the collection is called the Electric Fantasy. I think there's been one previous collaboration collection between L'Oreal and Project Runway, so I believe this one is the second time that this collaboration has happened. Like before, the collection includes items based on 4 different looks. Those looks are the Seductive Temptress, the Wise Mystic, the Artsy Muse, and the Enchanted Queen. So each of these looks has sort of its own mini collection surrounded around it, and each look has a corresponding lipstick color, lip gloss color, eyeshadow quad, blush color, and nail polish colors associated with it. So I picked up all 4 of the lipsticks and all 4 of the lip glosses. I only picked up one of the eyeshadow quads because the other ones just didn't look as unique to me, and the eyeshadow quad that I picked up was the Muse's Gaze. There are photographs and swatches of all of these shades, including ones applied to the lips for the lip products, up on allurabeauty.com if you'd like to see them. And over time I will be doing reviews for each individual color. So if you're only interested in 1 or 2 of them, you can go directly to that specific review for that product to see how it performs. Alright, let's get on to swatches for these colors. Let's start with the 4 Color Riche Le Gloss lip glosses. The price for these, because they are drugstore products, will vary depending on which drugstore you go to and where in the country you are. I bought mine for around $7, so the price range is probably anywhere between $6 and $9 each. Here we have the Mystic's Shine, and this was the color that really drew me to this collection in the first place. The Temptress Shine, the Muse's Shine, and the Queen's Shine. So here is the Mystic's Shine. It's a clear gloss at its base, and it has these light purple, silver, and actually green shimmers in it. The Temptress Shine. So this has just a ton of copperish bronze shimmer particles in it. And this is the Muse's Shine. Consists of a lot of gold shimmer particles. And the Queen's Shine. Which is sort of this reddish pink shade, and the tube does have shimmer particles in it, but they don't really show up too prominently. Alright, so there you have the 4 shades. The first 3 are mostly a clear base with a lot of shimmer particles in it, so the only one that really gives an underlying color is the last one, the Queen's Shine. Here are the 4 lipstick colors. Again, the prices will vary. At my store, they were actually quite expensive. I think they were almost $11 each, though L'Oreal's website says that they should retail for around $7. So once again, the price will probably range somewhere between $7 and I guess as high as $10 or $11 each. Here we have the Mystic's Kiss, the Temptress's Kiss, the Muse's Kiss, and the Queen's Kiss. The Mystic's Kiss is this violet purple shade. It's not quite as deep of a purple color as you see in the tube, so it's a little more wearable than what you see. It has slightly lighter purple shimmers in it. The Temptress's Kiss, which is a deeper maroon or wine colored purple with gold shimmer particles in it. The Muse's Kiss, which is a pretty bright orange shade. It looks more red in the tube, but more orange on the skin. Again, has shimmer particles in it. And the Queen's Kiss, which is kind of a deep reddish shade. Not as prominent when it comes to those shimmer particles. So there you have the 4 colors. They all have very good pigmentation, and they glide onto the lips fairly well. And here we have the Muse's Gaze eyeshadow quad. So as you can see here, I thought this was the most unique one, particularly because of this sort of aqua shade and this coral shade here. And then you have a more standard gold shade and this deep forest green with shimmer particles in it. And this quad cost around $9, so the price range should be probably between $9 and $12. So first is that aqua shade, and it definitely is not as vibrant or as pigmented as it seems in the pan. Here is another layer. So it's this slightly shimmery aqua color. Next is the gold shade. Again, not as opaque as I would like it to be. Starts out pretty uneven, so you'll need to layer it a bit. Adding a second layer now. To let you know, I'm really digging my brush into these pans when I'm doing these swatches. So I'm picking up and using more pressure than I usually would when showing you swatches in a video to get this kind of payoff and finish. Next is the coral shade. Again, fairly patchy and definitely not as strong of a payoff as I would like. Applying one more layer, really digging my brush into that pan. So it's this coral shade with a hint of pink tones to it. Almost a duochrome finish. I feel like if it were more strong in the pigmentation, you would get more of a duochrome effect. And then you have that deep green shade with the lighter green shimmer particles. Better pigmentation on this, but I just wish it were a little less uneven. It's layer 2. Alright, so there you have the 4 shades from this quad. So there was a look into L'Oreal's Fall 2012 Project Runway collection. That collaboration collection is called the Electric Fantasy. In terms of the glosses, the Le Gloss formula is quite emollient, and it isn't sticky at all. It has a vanilla scent to it, and the glosses last for between 2 to 3 hours on the lips. For the Color Riche lipsticks, the formula definitely isn't one of the more moisturizing formulas I've come across, but by the same token, they don't dry out the lips. So they glide on fairly easily. They have great pigmentation, so you really get a good translation of the color in the tube to the color that you see on the lips. They do smell sort of unflattering though. They don't have the same vanilla scent as the glosses, and they really remind me of the way that my grandmother's lipsticks smell, so sort of like this older type of scent to it. I don't know how to describe it very well, other than that the association that I get is that it's old formulation of a lipstick. And then for the eyeshadow quad, I was pretty disappointed. The formula isn't nearly as silky or soft as I would like it to be. I do find that I have to kind of dig my brush into the pan to pick up enough of the powder to get it to translate onto the skin. And you can get decent pigmentation out of the colors, but you have to do extra work to get a decent color payoff. So again, using more pressure on the brush and on the skin, and applying at least 2 layers onto the skin. Alright, please let me know if you have any thoughts about this collection, if there are shades and products that you've picked up that you really love or that really disappointed you. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Of course, you can leave comments on the blog posts also. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.